Okay, it's been a few days since the rain from the nor'easter happened over the weekend, Saturday, and primarily on Sunday. And we ended up with 5.5 inches of rain, and our beds here ended up being a big muddy mess. So originally I thought that we should just go ahead and just leave them the way they are. But then the more I got into it, these beds are not in good shape right now because we want the garlic above the actual ground, because we do have a tendency to get really bad rains around here, and we didn't want the rains to come in and basically destroy our garlic because it'd be a soupy mess. So what I've been doing is I've been coming through here and I've been seeing how, at least in between the rows here, how the ground is happening. So I'm coming down here. I mean, even this morning when I was walking, I'm probably within 10 to 15 feet of the end of the row here. And this is where I actually start to sink in a little bit. So I think, even though it's not ideal, I think it's dry enough to go ahead and try to till this again. It's a combination of doing it and then turning around and making sure that I don't get the tractor stuck, which is what Andrea's biggest fear always is. So luckily for me, Andrea is actually out at a meeting right now, so she's not here. So in case I do get it stuck, which I don't think I will, and even if I did, it'd be fairly easy to unstuck it. So what I'm looking at here, this Sunday and even Monday was all completely full of water. It has receded down significantly since then. Let me come over to this side. I have a little flag here, and this flag represents where the water was 2 days ago. And so it's receded that much since then. And this area is a little bit lower than that. And so the water is slowly draining from the soil and coming down here, and then it's slowly draining out of here. And I'm not going to get into the spiel of all this, but this is obviously not complete yet. So yeah, even a day or so ago, this little section right here was not visible above water. It was all below water. So this has receded a good amount, especially in the last 24 hours. So I'm going to go grab the tractor. Actually, the first thing I want to do before I forget is this row here did not end up with any fertilizer on it. So I'm going to run over, put fertilizer on this real quick. Then I'll get the tractor. And then we'll see if we can actually do this. Okay, much better. This looks significantly better than it did before. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'll take it. So we got this versus this. So I was able to do it since the dirt's a lot wetter. One, I was able to go in the ground more, but two, I was able to get it to form up a lot better. So, and it only really got tricky there at the end, but it never really, I was never really too concerned about it. So let's see if I can duplicate that with the rest of these 8. Okay, that didn't go as bad as I thought it would. Honestly, it only was having trouble at like the last part here, probably within 15 feet, maybe 20 feet from the bottom down here. So kind of sloshing through in between two rows right now. And what I was happening to do is it was starting to get stuck, and so I just lifted the tiller and the bed former up. Then it got traction again to move, and then it would start to get stuck again, and then I'd lift it back up and back down, back up and back down. So like that's one of the worst spots right there. There's a couple other spots here like that. But all in all, worst case scenario, we can come back in and fill those in a little bit. But these look infinitely better than what they did before. And I was able to do this in dirt that is normally a lot wetter than what I was able to normally do it with. Like I said, the top part of the row was perfectly fine. It was just when I got down to this bottom third, it got a little tricky. But as you can see, the rows ended up going pretty good. Lines are pretty good. So we were able to get enough moisture in here to have the rows be good. Now the good thing is, between now and when the vast majority of this is getting planted, there's going to be little to no rain in the forecast. We might get a little bit on Sunday afternoon / evening, but it keeps waffling between like a 35 and about a 45% chance. So hopefully that's not going to happen too much. But I call this successful. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start prepping the garlic for actually planting, because we're not going to start planting till tomorrow. But Andre wants to do stuff to the garlic today to have it soak overnight. So I'm going to start doing that. I think I'm just going to make a separate video on that instead of trying to tag it on to this one. And evidently there's a buzzard over there that's either trying to find something or is finding something. And see if I can get it out. There we go. We have our one lone zucchini that we're going to get, which is actually pretty decent size. It's supposed to be in the mid 40s tonight, which is more than likely going to kill all the plants off. So I grabbed all the zucchini I could. It was that one, and then some smaller ones that we might eat or the sisters might eat. I don't know yet. But I just grabbed all of them that I could, and now I'm going back in. Sisters are going to look at the zucchini. It's like, can we have? And it's like, no. Yeah, there's Roadrunner right there. So anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. And now on to actually prepping the garlic.